Hi, second graders. It's Mrs. Demas again. We are going to do this week's lesson, and this week's lesson is on equal parts. Okay, so I have a little warm-up and a little vocabulary for you. And the vocabulary words this week, there are two of them, so it's very short, very easy. And the vocabulary words are equal parts. So you all know what the two words equal mean, right? Equal. Like 5 plus 2 equals 7. So we know it in that capacity. We know what equals means. But in this case, we're using it as what's on this side equals this side. For example, let me show you. Oops, I didn't rip it out of my notebook. I'm going to grab something and it's not there. Equal parts mean they are the exact same size. Okay? So this part equals this part. This part equals this part. Are these all the exact same size? Yes. Okay? So now, look at this. These are hand-drawn. Okay. I did not have a template, obviously, so bear with me on the hand-drawns. And my ruler, somehow someone swiped it. I think it was my son, because he is also learning from home now, and he is doing homework and things like that, so he needed his ruler back. So I just freehand drew it, and you can do the same. I also have some book pages that I downloaded and copied onto the learning document. If you have a printer, maybe your parent can print those. If not, that's okay. You can just draw things as I'm going to draw them and show you. So I did print them. So I'm going to be working off of these pages, but look at the boxes. Super easy to draw, so you can follow along with me and draw them. Okay, so that's going to be an easy thing that we're going to be doing today. So this box of 4, and we talked a little bit about this with our bell work if you're in my class, so you may be a little familiar with how to do the THS. THS, th, th, th. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 equals one whole shape. You might have a little tiny knowledge of that because we barely touched upon that when we were doing some of our bell work pages, the jump starts in the morning, okay? So now look at this. It's the exact same shape, a rectangle. It has 4 90-degree angles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 90-degree angles. But I did an X in the middle instead of a plus sign. So does this match this? Does this match this? Are all of those shapes the exact same? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Are you nodding your head this way, or are you nodding your head this way? Are they the exact same size? What do you think? I'll let you guys think about that for a moment. Within the shape, these are all the same. I know we all know this. This is definitely a yes. This one we're going to talk about and think about, okay? So I'm going to leave that for you to consider, okay? Moving along. So, like I said, I am going to work off of this piece of paper, okay? So I'm going to give you a moment to get a piece of paper and a pencil. That's kind of all you're going to need for this lesson. If you have a colored pencil or a colored pen or a marker, you can use that as well, but you don't have to have that. A pencil is okay. That's going to be all you're going to need. Okay, so I'm just going to read this to you. If you can just draw 2 rectangles like I just drew on my other page, that would be good. If you did not print this, or if you do not have it, that's okay. 2 rectangles, and then I'm going to tell you what to do with them, okay? Just take a second and draw 2 rectangles, okay? And then you're going to get used to this word divide. Divide. What I did on this is I divided this rectangle into 4 equal pieces. I divided it into 4 equal pieces. Okay, I also divided that into 4 pieces. Whether or not they're equal, we're going to get back to that. Okay? So, hopefully by now you've taken a moment and you went to get a piece of paper and you've drawn 2 rectangles. So I'm going to show you my piece of paper again. Okay? So here is my direction. See? Here's what we're doing. I did not print it in color. I just printed it in black and white. But this is our math journal page that we would be doing if we were in school today. So it says, divide each rectangle into 2, hello, I'm not reading to you, I'm reading to myself, into 2 equal parts. 2 equal parts. Okay, so I'm going to do that with my blue pen. I'm going to divide each rectangle into 2 equal parts, but I'm not going to do it the same way. I want this one way and I want this another way. go ahead and do that. Okay? You can do it one way here and then do a different way here. I'm going to do mine. Let's see if we come up with the same thing. Okay? You have two rectangles. Here's a way. Here's a way. Okay, let's see what you came up with. I did this way. These two equal parts match. And then I did this way. Vertical, horizontal. My horizontal line, not so straight, but it'll have to do for now. I did a vertical, you see that? And a horizontal. These match and these match. Equal parts. 1/2 makes one whole, right? 1/2 makes one whole. So I'm going to switch to my pen because it's a lighter tip. It's not so heavy. And I'm going to label those parts 1/2. Let me show you what I mean. You're going to do the same. 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. Then I'm going to make a little side note. I'm going to put a big 1. Okay, there's lots of notes for you to take there, so I'm going to give you a minute to take your notes. I know in our class we used to take a lot of notes on our pages, so go ahead and take your notes. 1/2, 1/2. They match. Two equal parts. 1/2 on top, 1/2 on the bottom. And then here are your side notes. And I'm going to circle them in purple. 1/2 and 1/2 equals one whole piece. 2/2 equal one whole. So we would give examples in the classroom. If I eat 2/2 of the candy bar, what did I just eat? One whole candy bar. If I ate 2/2, this half and this half of the cake, what did I just eat? I ate the whole cake, right? So let me write that down. Hang on, I'll give it back to you in a second. Hang on. I'm going to make sure I have my notes correct here, and then I'm going to circle it. Okay. So I did a little purple note take there. I had to add to it because I had 1/2 equals one whole. That doesn't make sense. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals one whole. So a half plus a half equals a whole. If I eat half of an apple, you eat the other half of the apple, we just ate the whole apple. Okay? So now, write a name for one part of this. Well, we already did that. What's one part of it called? 1/2. So I'm going to write it down using words. Okay? I'm going to use words this time. 1/2. Then I'll put parenthesis 1/2. Does that make sense? Did you write down the same thing? Oopsies. 1/2. Okay? Now, you don't have this page, so you can just be writing down 1/2, 1/2, because half of this and half of this equals one whole thing. You do not have to be writing these questions. You'll be sitting here writing all day. Nope. Just write down 1/2. That's okay. You're getting practice with writing fractions. Okay? 2/2 make a whole. 2/2 make a whole thing. Okay? Next question. Write a name for all of the parts together, and I just said that answer. And you can just say it out loud. What do two parts equal? 2/2 make one whole thing, right? So on your paper, instead of writing that, here's what we can do. I'm going to make it on my blank sheet of paper. I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to do it in purple this time. I'm going to make a circle. Go ahead and do this on your sheet of paper. Make a circle. Okay, and I'm going to cut it in half like this. Okay, and this is a half, and this is a half. And what do 2/2 make? 2/2 make one whole thing. Equals 1. One whole. So you're going to say 1/2, 1/2, one whole. I eat half, you eat half, we just ate the whole thing. Got it? Give me a thumb. You clear? Yep. Okay, the next part. Now, instead of 2 parts, we're going to get tricky. We're going to challenge you to divide rectangles into 3 parts this time. 3 equal parts. So tell me this. I'm just going to draw any old rectangle. Draw any old rectangle right now. Okay? I'm going to do it in blue. Here we go. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Okay? Because I'm going to have to get on a new piece anyway. And then I'm going to go like this. You don't have to draw this right now. Don't copy mine. Just tell me, are these equal? Did I do 1/3, 1/3, 1/3? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Are these all, oops, are these all 1/3? What do you think? Yes or no? I'm going to write yes or no. I can already hear some of you answering my question. Yes or no? Are these all equal pieces? No. This guy, he's got all of it. Just a little, just a little. So this is a big old, nope. Nope. So let's try that again. I'm going to get a fresh piece. Let's do it again. This time I will use my paper. Draw 2 rectangles. And you don't have to make them small like this. You can make them big like I just did on my other paper if you want, so you can see what you're doing. Divide each rectangle into 3 equal parts. But they have to be equal. This, not equal. They don't match. They're not equal. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Draw 2 rectangles and divide them into 3 equal pieces. Okay? Go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do mine. Okay? So I have 2 different ways again. I'm sure you do as well. And again, I don't have a ruler. Mine doesn't look perfect. That's okay. And then see if you can name, oh, I didn't write my name. Write a name for each part. Before we wrote 1/2. What are you going to write this time? Instead of 1/2, how many parts did we do? Show me with your fingers. We did 3 parts. So instead of 1/2, this will be called 1/3. Say that, 1/3. So 1/3, 1/3 plus 1/3. Okay, all of these thirds. Here we go. See if this looks like yours. I did verticals, 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 1 whole rectangle. And then I did horizontal. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. 1 whole rectangle. Does yours look like mine? A little bit? Probably, yeah. Okay. Divide each rectangle into 3 equal parts. Write a name for 1 part. And we just did that, 1/3. Easy. So we're not going to do this because we already did it up here. Write the name for all of the parts together. 3/3, which equals 1 thing. 1 whole thing. Good. Okay, so how do we know the parts are all equal? Because they all look the exact same. Yeah. All right. That is page 1. You're done. We just did page 1. Done. Okay? And we have one more. And what do you think we're going to do? We did 2 equal parts. We did 3 equal parts. What comes after 3? 4 equal parts. So let's name them. We did 1/2. We did 1/3. Now we're going to do 1/4. Say that word. Fourths. Blah, 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 blah. Fourths. Okay? So your next job is to draw a rectangle. And I'm going to draw one on my blank paper and divide it into fourths. Blah, blah, blah. Fourths. Okay? Fourths. So I'm going to get a fresh piece of paper here. Fresh, there we go. I'm going to draw a rectangle and I'm going to divide it into 4 equal pieces. Now notice this time they only asked me to do it one way, so I'm just going to do it very simply. One way, like a window. Is there another way I could have done that though? What do you think? Did some of you choose to do it a different way? Like maybe this perhaps? Could you have done that way? Do they match? Of course, they're all equal. Could you have done vertical lines up and down? Sure could, yes. As long as they all are equal, it's okay. So with my window, because I have a little more space, I'm going to write 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Okay, and on your page, you're going to label that also, just like I did. 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. It's like a tongue twister, right? 1/4. And then if you want, you can do all of these little, they look like a flag without the middle there, without the box in the center, in the corner. You can do 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. And then what do all of these equal when we add them up? 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals one whole rectangle. All together, one whole rectangle, right? All right. Whew. So let's review. 1/2, 2 pieces in the rectangle. 1/3, 3 equal parts to the rectangle. 1/4, 4 equal parts to the rectangle. Could this go on and on and on? 1/5. Say it with me. 1/5, 5 equal parts. 1/6, 6 equal parts. 1/7, 7 equal parts. 1/8, 8 equal parts. Are you getting the hang of it? 1/9, 9 equal parts. And the last one we'll do 1/10, 10 equal parts. Could there be 10 equal parts to this? Sure, why not? I challenge you to draw a rectangle with 10 equal parts to it. See if you can do that, and then label them 1/10, 1/10, all of them 1/10. Okay, see if you can do it where they all are the exact same. They all match, okay? And then you can color each one a different color. So if I was to color these, I could go my Roy G. Biv from last week. I could do red, orange, yellow, blue, okay? So you can color each part, each piece, a different color. Okay, so the last part is that we're going to do for now. Can I do this with a circle? Well, we did with a circle before. I had a circle here drawn. I'll redraw a circle because I think I put that page down. I'm going to change my color scheme here. I'm going to make a circle. Can I make a circle into 4 equal parts? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes or no? Who thinks yes? Who thinks no? You can't do a circle in 4 equal parts. Come on, Miss Demas, what are you talking about? Can I? Do it. Go ahead. Now I can't show you my circle. I just drew a circle because I already did it. I'll show you the answer if I show it to you. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait. And I'll wait. And there's actually 2 ways. So I'm going to do a green and a purple. Ooh, this is not going to be pretty. It's going to be a little messy looking because I don't have like a perfect nice line. Okay, so here's what I did. I'm going to label them 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, well, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. Now, for some of my challenge people that like to add their fractions as they go, and I'll do this on my second one, you can go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. That's the last one. That means everything's accounted for. You've added the whole circle up. So I'll do it both ways. 1/4, 1/4. I'm just going to label each piece separate. And then on my other circle, so here's my green circle. 1/4, nice and even. Nice and even, nice and even. So I eat a 1/4. Someone else in my classroom eats a 1/4. Amina, you're going to eat this 1/4. King, you're going to eat this 1/4. Layton, you're going to eat this 1/4. all together, what did we just eat? We ate the whole cookie, okay? Now this purple one, do these all match? Okay, if I drew that properly, they should, yes. But I didn't really draw it totally properly because I'm freehand drawing, so, but it should match, yes. So this time I'm gonna go 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So I'm gonna count as I go. So this time around, Anjali's gonna eat 1/4, then Meadow's gonna join her. She's gonna eat another 1/4, so together they've eaten 2/4 of this cake. Well, then E and H comes along because he's kind of hungry. He's gonna eat 1/4, so together all three of them have eaten 3/4 of that cake. Because they're kind of hungry. Well, then Christian comes along because he's kind of hungry too, so he eats 1/4. So together, all four of them have eaten 4/4 of that cake, which means it's gone. They ate it all, right? So 4/4, 4/4, same thing, looks different, but same. Looks different, also the same, 4 pieces, 4/4. Does that make sense? Okay. Also, on your parents' document, I put, that's not it. If you were in school, you'd be having great fun. That's the end of the lesson, but you'd be having big fun doing the math boxes. Now, you can either, if you have a printer, you can print these math boxes and you can do them, and then these math boxes and do them. Oh, don't you miss math boxes, guys? Yes. Or you can just look at them, answer the questions, and write them down on a piece of paper. So you don't have to print them if you don't want to, or if you don't have a printer. You can just look at your computer screen or your iPad and read the question and write down the answer on a piece of paper. Very simple. You can even write down that whole question if you want and draw the shape, or you can just answer the question on a piece of paper, okay? It even has an open number line, okay? This should all look familiar to you. If you have any questions, you can email me, you can email Mrs. Green, you can ask your parents, who are your homeschool teachers, if they don't know the answer. I also attached the parent letter to my email, so that will have some help with these also, okay? So tell your parents, oh, Mrs. Demas, she's got you. She put the parent letter on the email, okay? So that should help you with this. The parent letter, remember, has all of the answers to all of the business that they'll need, or they can email me. Easy, right? Okay, so that is the end of our equal parts introduction to fractions. Make sure you're practicing using your fraction words around the house. Instead of saying, can I have some of that cookie, Mom? Can I have half of that cookie? And then maybe I'm still hungry, I'll eat the other half of that cookie, and then you've eaten the whole cookie. There you go, you just use fractions in your daily eating habits of junk food. Perfect. See if you can name things around the house that you can use fraction words for. Like, for example, my son could use fraction words because sometimes he only cleans 1/4 of his bedroom when he really should be cleaning 4/4 or all of his bedroom because it's messy right now. He needs to clean it up. So lots of different ways to use fractions in your household cleaning chores. Baking, if you guys help Mom or Dad in the kitchen, lots of recipes have fractions. Take a look at some recipes. They all use fractions, like I need 1/3 of a cup, 1 out of 3. They don't need a whole cup, they just need a little bit of a cup, 1 part, 1/3 of a cup, or 1/2 of a cup. So ask Mom or Dad, can I look at some or some recipes and see if I can find some fractions, okay? So we are going to put some fractions, some introduction to fractions skills on I Know It also. So that'll give you a little bit of practice, okay? You are going to love working with fractions. I guarantee it, okay? And if you don't, you will in time, because they'll get easier for you. All right, that is the end of our lesson for this week. For the introduction of our lesson this week, Mrs. Green has another lesson for you in a couple of days. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will talk to you soon. You are rocking your schoolwork, you guys. I'm so proud of you, and I miss you so much, and I'm hoping to see you guys soon. I don't know when, but I hope you're hanging in there, and I hope you're getting outside and playing whenever you can, and keep doing a great job on all your work. I love reading it all. Okay, I miss you guys. Take care. Mwah. Bye-bye.